All right. Hi. I only messed it up a little bit, so that's not so terrible. Sarah's not here today, so it's really her fault for leaving us on our own to have to do this. Welcome back. Of course, it's Thursday afternoon, so it's Reference Roundtable time. We are librarians here at the Sioux City Public Library, and every week we kind of come here and just do library kind of stuff, show off books, talk about a book you read. Today we're doing something that I love doing because it's just full of random, wonderful goodies. And we call it Came From the Bookdrop. And it's just basically our fun name for going through a box of books that have been recently returned to the library. Well, they're not always books either.
Right.
So you can kind of see what people are reading and watching in Sioux City. People of all ages. We usually have a good mix of kids and teens and adults, and yeah.
If you return something to the library within like the last 24 hours,
you may see it in here.
There's a chance.
Well, should we just do it?
Let's do it. Let's dive in.
Go for it. It's pretty full, so.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm going to go for this big guy. Oh, no, but you have to leave those for me.
Okay.
The first one is Iowa's Railroads, an album. And I'm guessing, judging by how hefty and large it is, it's probably a coffee table book of Iowa trains, and it is. That is super cool.
Neat.
We have lots of really, really, really great books on Iowa and Sioux City and that kind of history stuff.
Nice.
Big fan. Okay, leave those.
See? This is a familiar face. Looks like a giant collection of Spider-Man graphic novels, comics, whatever.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Ultimate Spider-Man. So if you can't get enough of the Spider-Verse, you could check this one out, and it's pretty thick. It'd be a good one.
Bring on vacation.
Yeah. We got lots of Spider-Man at the library.
All right, these are the ones that I told Michael to back off because these are mine. These are both obviously picture books, but they are both in Spanish. We have, I think everyone knows what that is, even if you don't know the title. It's The Very Hungry Caterpillar, or La Oruga Muy Hambrienta. So that is, everyone loves it. That's why it's translated into multiple languages, because it's just loved. And then we also have Gustavo El Fantasmita Tímido, or in English, it's Gustavo the Shy Ghost.
I love that book.
It's like, I have to show you the cover. Look at how cute he is. I don't read picture books like ever. I'm not gonna lie, but this one, like, I had to pick it up and look at it. He's playing tennis. Like, look at that.
I love
on the very,
illustrations.
like, he's playing tennis. Look at that. Sorry. So we even have picture books and other languages other than English. So
Nice.
I love to show those off and highlight our Spanish language collection when I can.
Oh my gosh.
We got a lot.
I was just thinking about this movie the other day. It's Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. I love a good creature feature, like a Jurassic Park, animals run amok.
That's one of my
That's
favorites of
cool.
his. It's definitely still terrifying.
Yeah, and they threw real birds at Tippy Hedren to like
read
punish
that.
her because she didn't want to.
Alfred Hitchcock sounds like he wasn't maybe great to work
Yeah,
with.
there's a I forget what the movie's called, but there's a movie all about the making of the birds, and you gotta see it. It's wild.
So we have obviously old movies. We also have newer movies. This one is came out a couple years ago now at this point, but it's called Fighting with My Family, and it was produced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and it's kind of one of those like biopics that's like a little true, a little not true. But it's the story of Paige, the wrestler. I don't know if she still wrestles in WWE or not, but I know she did. And this is kind of the story of her family. She comes from a family of wrestlers. It's just really fun. You don't even have to actually like wrestling to enjoy it. I do like wrestling, but you don't have to. It's still a fun like comedy, kind of family comedy. So
Cool. Yeah. This looks fun. A curious collection of peculiar creatures, an illustrated encyclopedia. Oh my gosh. It has a blobfish and a manatee on the back.
I like stuff like that. You can just flip through.
Yeah. This looks fun. It's like
kind of like just odd creatures.
Ooh.
What was that? The Mexican mole?
The Mexican mole lizard.
Ooh, it looks like a snake.
I don't love that.
It looks like a snake and a worm had a baby.
Yeah. Ooh, strange. I'm gonna have to check this one out.
I love to know that this one's still checking out. Falling Up, Poems and Drawings by Shel Silverstein. That is a classic. I have a few of his. I own a few of them, and they are very timeless.
Oh yeah, definitely. I loved that book growing up. Ooh, this is kind of a nice tribute to the summer reading theme. Behind the Legend, Bigfoot. I know this series from New York. It was really popular. It's like
Is it like kids or teens?
It's kids, okay. Nonfiction, like pretty, like a newer reader could enjoy this book. But it's like the nonfiction behind the legend tales of these like fantastical creatures. So
that does sound cool.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I think more books should have drawings with them. I don't even mean it needs to have like an illustration on every page, but I do like reading an adult book that like every once in a while just has like a little sketch in the corner of the page. I think it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. That's just me. Oh, we got some more graphic novels. We have Mouse 1 and Mouse 2. These are incredibly well-known graphic novels. I think they won all of the prizes when they came out. And it is written by Art Spiegelman, and I believe his father was a Jewish man caught in the Holocaust, right?
Yeah.
I'm remembering that. It's been probably 20 years since I brought them. But it is graphic novelized, and it's all about the Holocaust. And they've turned all of kind of the people groups into groups of animals. So the Jewish people are mice, the Nazis are cats. I think there's other animals too, but like I said, don't remember. And they're beautiful. You kind of sounds kind of goofy, but it still has kind of all the power that you think a story about something so horrible would have. I mean, they're still very beautiful and very touching.
They're really like a classic at this point.
Yeah.
Speaking of oppressive regimes, I recognize this book, The Fountains of Silence by Ruta Sepetys, Sepetys. This one is a YA historical fiction, so it's written for teens, but I think it has a lot of crossover appeal.
Yeah, a lot of adults check that out.
It's all about people living in Spain under General Franco, so all the kind of like atrocities going on of that fascist regime in Spain, and it's just a good old harrowing historical fiction story.
And we have a comment, and it's from Dagna, and she says, "Mouse, I brought those back. Wanted to see why some want to ban them."
Yeah.
Well, that's really neat that they were yours. I don't know why. Like I said, I think they're a very beautifully told story of the awful things the Nazis did. And I don't know, I think it's just kind of a different way to look at things, but I don't think it really takes away any of the seriousness or the
right. I forget the rationale. I think that because I can't begin to explain why people want to do certain things, but it's definitely like a valuable graphic novel. It's one of those books that kind of everyone should read.
I mean, it's obviously it's a horrible story, so it's not something I'd be like, yeah, give that to, a 6-year-old or something like that. But I think it's very accessible.
Reading about the Holocaust,
teenagers and things like that.
Yeah, reading about the Holocaust doesn't need to be pleasant. Yeah.
It
doesn't need to be a pleasant experience.
There's no like happy ending, I guess is maybe a good way to put it. So and we have another comment from Anne. It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas, and I love you both for doing this.
You're so sweet, Anne.
Well,
thank you.
We do it for you, but we also get a lot of enjoyment as well. So I can't say that it's, totally self.
It does kind of feel like Christmas, even though it's like unwrapping presents.
All right. I think, it's mine.
Yeah.
Baseball's Natural, the story of Eddie Waitkiss. By John Theodore, and I love baseball. I don't actually know who this guy is, but I'm gonna guess maybe he's like what they maybe based like The Natural on, because they're calling him Baseball's Natural. I don't know, but yeah, he was the ill-fated figure in one of baseball's darker episodes.
Intrigue.
Was he like on the Black Sox? I don't know. I'm gonna have to read this because I like to know all about the history of baseball. So
cool.
I think that one's added to my list now.
Let's see. Oh, I recognize these. I loved this series when I was growing up. It's R.L. Stein's Fear Street books. And as you can tell by the covers, they're very like of the 90s, like late 80s. And they're
all the books in the 80s and 90s look like that. Like all the
Mhm.
paperbacks, they all had that kind of style to them.
It's the same author as Goosebumps, but these are for an older audience, so they're much more harrowing. They're actually really scary. I would check out like a stack of these from the public library as a kid in the summer and just sit in the chair and like go through the pile all day long. Like I love these Fear Street books, and the covers are great.
All right. We have a James Baldwin book, The Fire Next Time. And this, let's see. At once a powerful evocation of James Baldwin's early life in Harlem and a disturbing examination of consequences of racial injustice. It's an intensely personal and provocative document. It consists of 2 letters written on the occasion of the centennial of the Emancipation Proclamation. Wow. That sounds great. He is like just the timeless author.
Yeah,
like
amazing.
I've read quite a few of his, not this one, but quite a few of his things over the last couple of years, and they've all just been like he could have written them yesterday.
He wrote in like every style too, like fiction, nonfiction, playwright. Like it's just like such a
something for everybody.
Something for everybody, and such an important figure. I love. Okay. This one's kind of cool to check out now because if you look at the schedule for the Orpheum, Hairspray is actually going to be coming here, I think, next spring and winter around then. And this is that Hairspray Live production that they did. I forget on which channel, but this is a great one. I watched it.
Like a little taste.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It has Kristen Chenoweth, Ariana Grande, Dove Cameron. So it's a pretty stacked cast. Jennifer Hudson knocks it out of the park. Of course, she got it recently, I think. So, Hairspray Live.
I don't even know anything about this, but I'm betting it's a thriller. What Remains of Me by Allison Galen. Looks very thrillery.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sarah should be here because she maybe would appreciate it. It's an ambitious, spellbinding novel of psychological suspense set in the glamorous, wealthy world of Hollywood. I'm kind of already sold. That sounds like a beach read. That sounds like a summer read.
I do love some like LA noir.
All right.
Let's see.
We're getting down there, but we still have a few left.
This is another book in Spanish. This one's for YA
Cool.
teen. It's another teen book, but it's another one I think adults would love. I've read it in English. It's by Elizabeth Acevedo, and it's The Poet X. She's an amazing author, amazing poet. You can look up videos of her reading her poetry online. Elizabeth Acevedo. This book's great. It's a really good YA, and it's a novel in verse. So if you like poetry and novels, this is both of that for you.
Okay, this one looks super cool. We have Midwest Marvels, roadside attractions across Iowa, Minnesota, the Dakotas, and Wisconsin. So definitely
so fun.
Of local interest. And I know when you live in the Midwest, it's kind of where you tend to explore, just because it's close. And I'm pretty sure that's like the Corn Palace.
Oh, absolutely.
From Mitchell on the front there. I don't think there's a whole lot of other Corn Palaces still left. And oh my gosh.
This would be so fun. Just like I would buy this book and just use it as inspiration for.
I've actually been there. Spam Museum in Austin, Minnesota. It's not super far away. It's in southern Minnesota. If you ever want to see the Spam Museum.
Nice.
Ode to Canned Meats. Sorry, I should stop, but I don't want to. There's so many cool things. Oh, we're in South Dakota. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm done. But look at how big that is.
Yeah.
Look at all the stuff. My whole family lives in like North Dakota and Wisconsin, so I'm kind of like I need to check this out and like make notes.
Definitely.
All the places I need to hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that one out. That one looks like a good. I gotta read that before the summer's over.
Yeah. All right. What else we got?
I'm gonna take this big heavy one.
Ooh. Oh.
This is the biggest book on Elvis you could probably ever want. Speaking of our friend, our Reference Roundtable friend Elvis Presley, it's a DK book. They always do great work. It looks like it's full of giant photos. Oh my gosh, it's mostly photos.
Wow.
But
you are an Elvis fan.
Like it breaks it down by year, going all the way back to his childhood. So it's kind of, although it's a huge book, you could probably read it in an afternoon. And with the Elvis movie out and stuff, I feel like there's a lot of Elvis nostalgia going on, and this one would be a fun book to check out and tap into that.
I apparently touched a nerve with spam.
Oh, goodness.
So it says Larry. I don't know if it's my mom or my dad. They say spam rules. Well, see?
I've never eaten spam. Isn't that terrible?
It's I don't mind it, but I need it with the right combination of things. Like, I could not just like eat a chunk of it, and that would not be. So, Dogma says Spam Museum is great. I used to live in Austin.
Oh,
I
so you know all
thought
about it.
Austin was super duper neat town. I had no expectations going in, and I was totally surprised.
There's a lot of neat towns in Minnesota.
It's a neat area. There's a lot going on. So that is really cool.
Nice. I think it's your turn.
Oh, I think you're right.
This big old Elvis book.
All right. Well, I've seen this movie. It's Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. And I mean, of course, if you've watched movies at all in the last 10 years, this is one of the like Marvel movies, like,
DC.
Or DC, that's what I meant to say, like Batman and things like that. And this one was okay. It was okay. If you're a fan of like superhero movies and like the crazier ones, kind of like Joker and stuff like that, Deadpool, I'd say watch it, but it definitely wasn't my favorite.
It's a weird movie. It's like goofy. But...
Yeah, and it's very like, it's not, there's no like praising the good guy in this. There's really like, like in movies like Iron Man or Spider-Man, you're like, that is the good guy, we're cheering for him. This is like a very muddied waters sort of thing,
Yeah. I think Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn is like brilliant.
She's great, yeah.
She's so good at that character.
The movie itself was kind of
They could have
done better with what they had.
It's like, I could see it becoming a cult classic one day in that sense, but it's a weird movie.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
So we're not really recommending
It's a mixed bag, yeah.
All right, what do we got? Got a couple left.
The best things in life are free, which makes me have that song stuck in my head, like the I want money.
I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry.
Oh, cool. So if you are traveling internationally, this might be a fun one to pick up because it takes like, well, and not locally, but it has American cities in here as well. But it has different things you can do in all these cities and locations for free or low cost. So if you want to go on vacation and not break the bank,
that is pretty handy.
Yeah, this is super handy. That's my kind of vacation.
Yes. Especially since it costs so much usually just to get there. Right. Whether it's gas or a plane ticket or something. I feel like we've had this before.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I feel like we've had this.
Before.
It's Saturday in the Park, all access.
Ooh.
So definitely a local history sort of title. It even comes with like a DVD or something. I don't know. Yeah. It's a DVD.
I don't know. It's on the DVD.
And obviously, this is exactly what it sounds like. It came out, I think, in 2005. Yes. Celebrating the 15th anniversary of Saturday in the Park. So they kind of talk about the very early years and then kind of like what goes on, like setting it all up, what they have to do. Of course, they have pictures of people that played. I think that one looks like Santana. So yeah, really cool, especially if you've ever been to some of them and you kind of want to relive it. There's lots of great pictures.
That's cool.
So that is definitely very cool local history that we have here in Sioux City.
Awesome.
There's one more left.
All right. Last but certainly not least, we have a children's audiobook on CD. So I think a lot of families check these out for road trips. I know my family used to. And this one's for the first 8 books in Mary Pope Osborne's Magic Treehouse series.
Oh, it's got 8 of them in there? Okay, that is excellent.
Isn't that awesome?
For a road trip.
Yeah. So, like, you can get pretty far in the story of Jack and Annie and all that. Just with this one checkout. And I loved these books growing up, and I think they're still as popular as ever. She's still writing them.
I was a little too old.
Well,
when they came out.
Maybe you can.
So I know of them, certainly,
They're
but
great.
I never listened to them.
Like the adventures they go on, I don't know.
I'm sure I would have liked them,
Oh,
definitely, because they do sound like up
like,
my 8-year-old alley if I was that age.
To be 8 years old. Well, The box
that's
is
it.
officially empty. So
We had an amazing selection. and
Yeah.
I have for sure added at least one book to my
Definitely.
list, if not more.
there's a little bit of
So-
everything in here too. So it's cool to see that people are using all parts of our collection.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Well, we're gonna let you go until next week. I am not gonna be here next week,
Oh.
but I am going to leave you guys some things to do so that I'll be there in spirit, even if I'm not there in person. So yeah.
Be busy at the spam museum.
I wouldn't hate that at all. I wouldn't hate that at all. All right, so we're gonna let you guys go until next week. We'll see you here at the same date, Thursday, and same time at 3:30.
See you then.
And until then, have a great day.
Keep reading,
See
Sioux
ya.
City. Bye.